you talking about Busta Rhymes before.
Oh, yeah.
In some of your videos.
Oh, yeah. Super ZEST monster. For sure, bro. That's my thing, bro. Like, this been common knowledge, though. Like, all my promoter homies would always say, man, you know, we gotta bring some, we gotta bring some, what they call them, I'm not gonna say it, but they call them, fun boys. They'll say, we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta.
Here we go again. Busta Bus? Let's go.
So there's apparently some new freak-off footage of Busta Rhymes, Diddy, and a bunch of male adult workers floating around online. And it's as wild as it sounds.
It's like 6 in the morning. We got the cornflakes, Ciroc and lemonade going. You know, everybody just chilling. You know, you dig. Boom. Hey, let me show you. We got the fireplace jumping on.
One day I came to Daddy's house, and Diddy and Q-Tip and Big Fat Joe and them was.
Hold on, did he just say Daddy's house? I know this dude didn't just say Daddy's house. Yeah, I ain't calling nobody house Daddy's house. I may say Diddy's house, but I don't know about Daddy's house. I know he was named Puff Daddy. Nah, that just didn't sound right, but let's go.
In the studio, they was really like losing their mind in a crazy way. Like it was the most incredible reinvention.
What you say? Give it. What you say? Give it. What you say? Give it. Damn, give me some. Let's work. What you say? What you say? What you say? Now, break. Damn, give me some.
They call them fun boys. They'll say, we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope, and tucked him off in the corner. So I'm looking like, well, he ain't come with us.
So I look up, now all this happening in split seconds. I look up and it's Busta Rhymes. And I'm like, what's up, Busta? You know, and he's still holding my hand. He like, what's up? You know, what you getting into? And I'm like, oh, we about to go to this club around the corner. What's up? He said, you know, I got a section up in this place. We doing a little after party joint. It's like, you should come in and party with me.
So a few months back, Busta's ex-bodyguard, big homie CC, exposed Busta, claiming that he's been into fun boys for years. And apparently, everyone in the club scene knew about it. According to Big Homie, club promoters would specifically line up young men to keep Busta entertained in the VIP section whenever he came through. But now there's a whole new layer to this story. Word on the street is there's footage from a party showing Busta and Diddy together in a freak-off with multiple men who are believed to be ex-workers Diddy hired for his parties. But this is just the tip of the iceberg because, on top of everything that's already come out, several men are now stepping forward with their own stories, claiming Busta allegedly made inappropriate advances toward them. These guys are saying that Busta was constantly trying to get them to party with him, and not in the typical sense, more like in the Diddy sense. Allegedly, these parties were on a whole different level. And now, with all the attention surrounding Diddy's situation, people are starting to look at Busta sideways too, and it's starting to feel like Busta might be the next one in line to get fully exposed for allegedly forcing men into freak-offs.
But if you notice, like, there's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls. Why you getting mad at females? You go to these guys, they're in the club, go to their section. It's all men in the section.
So in case you...
You know what? I remember a video came out about maybe a year ago or something that I was watching. And it was a female that Busta got mad at that tried to take a picture with him or something like that. He ended up throwing a drink on it. And I was like, what is he so mad about? It's a female. What are you doing? Now we know. He into them fun boys. Wow, man. You know, everything you be thinking about some of these people, man, it just changes your perspective. If you don't know these people, you can't make out who they really are in real life. I know that. Man, it's just crazy. Let's see, man.
Missed the latest tea on Busta Rhymes. His former bodyguard, Big Homie CC, recently appeared on The Art of Dialogue and boldly called Busta a super ZEST monster, claiming that Busta has a long track record of questionable interactions with young men back in the day. According to Big Homie, this has been one of those open secrets in the industry for a while now, especially among the club promoters. Apparently, whenever Busta was set to make an appearance at a party, promoters knew the deal. They had to make sure they lined up some attractive young men to entertain him in his VIP section.
I've seen you talking about Busta Rhymes before
Oh, yeah.
in some of your videos.
Oh, yeah. Super ZEST monster. For sure, bro. That's my thing, bro. Like, this been common knowledge, though. Like, all my promoter homies would always say, man, we gotta bring some more. We gotta bring some, what they call them? I'm not gonna say it. They call them fun boys. They'll say, we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta. Cause, I bodyguarded for Ghostface Killer before, you feel me? And being around him, you hear things, you feel me? I'm like, damn. And my auntie like the biggest Busta Rhymes fan, you feel me? Like every cookout she playing it, all his little fast rapping, all of that, him and Craig Mack playing that.
Big Homie CC also recalled one night in the club with actor-model Don Benjamin and one of Don's friends who happened to be a gay man. And according to Big Homies, as soon as Busta Rhymes caught sight of this guy, it was game on. Big Homie said Busta didn't waste any time. He practically lunged at the guy, pulling him straight into his VIP section. And get this, Busta wouldn't let him leave. Big Homie said Busta was all over him, making sure the guy stayed close the entire night. And apparently, this wasn't a one-time thing. Big Homie claimed that anytime Busta was in the club, the promoters knew exactly what to do. Find the hottest guys and bring them over to his section. Because once Busta set his eyes on someone, he wasn't letting go.
Bro, on my soul, I'm out with a group of people. At this time, I was with Don Benjamin. You familiar with him?
No, I never heard of it.
Model dude, like a model guy. He be doing like some rapping and stuff. His name Don Benjamin. I'm out with Don Benjamin, and the club we ended up going to, Busta Rhymes in there. So it was a little lawyer guy that was with us. And the little lawyer guy we was with, he was a gay dude, super cool, feel me, good guy. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad, like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope, and tucked him off in the corner. So I'm looking like, well, he ain't come with us. But I know he was in the little group. So if I go out with somebody, like a group of people, I try to make sure everybody get there together and leave together. No, he stayed with them. He stayed in there with them, bro. For sure, bro. You ain't never heard about this before, have you? Bro, this common knowledge, bro. Like, if you in the mix, bro. If you in the mix, like I've been in the mix, you know this.
Big Homie also spilled that Busta couldn't stop talking about how cute the guy was. And once he had him in his section, there was no way he was letting him leave. So,
I hear somebody say, oh, he's cute, I want him. So when I heard that, I turned around like, man, did he just say that? They done all this jewelry to attract some men in here? You wild. Shocked me. But sure enough.
And that was the guy that Busta Rhymes pulled back?
He pulled him into the section. Pulled him into the section, and then they walled him off like this man. I'm like, damn. And that little dude was so happy, he couldn't believe that. He was shocked.
According to Big Homie, most people in the industry have known what Busta's really about for over a decade. And when asked why no one else in the industry has ever called him out, Big Homie said it's because everyone wants to be in that VIP section with Busta. But then, Big Homie pointed out something else that doesn't get talked about nearly enough: Busta's alleged history of lashing out at women. And according to Big Homie, there might be a deeper reason behind it. He hinted that, like a lot of DL men, Busta feels some resentment towards women.
How long has it been like this known about Busta Rhymes?
Well, I knew about this like in 2012. I knew about this in 2012.
How can we think nobody else speaks up on it or says anything?
Because, bro, these people admire these people so much. They want to make sure they in the section, they at the club, they at the video shoot, they can get backstage. That matters most to them. That matters so much to people. It's crazy. Like, but if you notice, like, there's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls. This girl touched him one time, he go crazy, throw a drink on her and everything. See what I'm saying? Like, what? Why you getting mad at females? You go to these guys, they're in the club, go to their section. It's all men in the section. That ain't weird to nobody. I'm going to the bar, sorry. Text me if it get dangerous. But there's all this club security in here, like, nothing's finna happen. Nobody wanna kill you guys, bro. Like, when I get jobs from people who really got a threat on their life, but man, you ask, bro, anybody that's in the mix, bro, like, you know, bro, most of these dudes, bro, putting on a major act. They don't wanna be themselves.
It's crazy.
They'll get mad at you for buying bottles of champagne to get the girls. They'll get mad, oh, we don't want these bottle rats in our section. What are we here for? Why are y'all here then? What are y'all here for? Just because y'all got booked to be here, okay, but sometimes they not booked. They just in there. So what they looking for, it ain't gonna be what you thinking of. Oh God, seen it.
But if you think this is just one bodyguard stirring up drama, there's actually a whole lineup of men who've come forward with their own wild stories about Busta Rhymes. Back in 2020, social media personality Trip Ali posted a video on his YouTube channel claiming that Busta tried to pick him up in NYC while he was on his way to a Halloween party.
I'm walking, New York City, you know, going to a club. It was Halloween weekend, you know, everybody was out. And it was this party we was going to, me, my boy, and his friend that had came in from Detroit. Friend that had came in from Detroit. And I'm walking across the street and Busta Rhymes just grabbed my hand. And he shaking, he holding my hand. Now, I ain't know it was Busta at first. You know, Busta Rhymes tall. I'm sure I came up to about right here. So the first thing I noticed was this big ass flip mode chain that was blinding me. So I look at the chain and I'm like, and I look up, I'm like, oh, what's up, Busta? What's up? Now he holding my hand the whole time. I'm like, what's up, man? He like, what you doing? And I was like, oh, me and my people, we about to go to this club around the corner. What's up, man? You know, and then I noticed throughout my peripheral vision, the side eye, this big bodyguard in black. Just standing there, you know, looking around, you know, looked at me, you know, still looking around. Meanwhile, Busta still got my hand in his hand.
Trip Ali shared that Busta invited him to join his VIP section at a club. And at first, Trip was excited, thinking it was just going to be a normal party vibe. However, things were about to get a lot more interesting than he expected.
He says, you know, I'm about to go in this club. You know, we got a section. You know, you can come in with me if you want. And I'm like, word, for real? Like, that's what's up. Like, he was like, yeah. I was like, well, I gotta, you know, tell my people. I was like, I come in, you know what I'm saying? He was like, okay, just let me know, you know, tell them that you coming in there to meet with me and come on up. And I was like, bet. So, of course, I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Busta Rhymes is one of my favorite artists of all time. And back then, I was really on my rap-ish.
So things eventually took a turn when Trip got into a heated argument with his friend, who wasn't feeling the idea of going to Busta's party. The argument got so intense that it ended in a physical fight. Trip was so shaken up afterward, he decided to ditch the club plans altogether. Plus, his friend was acting wild and ended up leaving him stranded in the middle of NYC. But maybe his friend actually did him a favor, because who knows what could have gone down if he'd ended up in Busta's VIP section. Now fast forward to 2021, and the rumors started flying again, with the streets saying that Busta was back on the scene, allegedly trying to pick up men. And to top it off, paparazzi supposedly caught him leaving a gay pride event with a trans woman. Now, to be clear, Busta's sexuality is not the issue here. It's the fact that, similar to Diddy, he also has a shady track record of getting physical with people over minor things. And on top of that, rumors are now swirling that Busta had a taste for very young men. Busta's legal troubles kicked off way back in 2006 when he allegedly attacked a guy for spitting on his car. But that wasn't the end of it. Later that year, prosecutors tried to hit him with the possession of a weapon charge from the same incident. And get this, according to Billboard, they claim Busta had an actual machete stashed in his car. Fast forward to 2007, and Busta found himself in trouble again. This time, he was arrested and hit with a misdemeanor for allegedly roughing up his former driver over a money dispute. Busta eventually pleaded guilty to both charges and ended up with 3 years of probation. But the drama didn't stop there. In 2009, the New York Post revealed that Busta had to pay $75,000 to a fan who claimed Busta threw water bottles at him, and his bodyguard punched him in the face. And the craziest part is that the fan said all he did was try to leave Busta's concert. The fan explained that he was hoping to see Fabulous perform, but when Fab didn't show, he stood up to head out as Busta was wrapping up. That's when Busta apparently snapped, telling him, "Get down," and asking, "I'm not good enough for you?" Busta then allegedly splashed him with water and threw 2 more bottles before his bodyguard punched the fan. So knowing Busta's temper, it totally makes sense why he's been tight with Diddy all these years. But aside from their shared anger issues, it seems that Busta and Diddy have another thing in common: a preference for much younger men. In fact, according to Big Homie CC, Busta had sending his crew out on a mission to scout for young, attractive guys to bring back to his VIP section at the club. And as if this wasn't crazy enough, rumors are now going around that there's footage making the rounds on the internet showing Diddy and Busta in the middle of a wild freak-off session with a bunch of male ex-workers. So a couple of months back, Orlando Brown set the internet ablaze when he claimed on camera that he hooked up with a bunch of rappers, including Diddy, Busta Rhymes, Drake, Bow Wow, and a few others. Now, we all know Orlando isn't exactly known for being the most reliable source. With his history of substance use and all types of wild antics, many fans are skeptical of Orlando's credibility. So when he first started making these explosive allegations about the music industry, people mostly shrugged it off as just another one of his crazy rants. However, with Diddy now facing serious charges, people are starting to connect the dots, and suddenly, Orlando's stories don't seem so crazy anymore.
Yeah, I'm end it right there. There's some more to this video. If you want to watch the rest of the video, I have the link in the description. Man, whatever you do in the dark will come to the light. Whatever you do in the dark will come to the light. Now, these people been doing this stuff for years, man. I know everybody want to talk about living your truth, Nah, just be truthful about who you are. It's not about some living your truth. It's just the truth, or you lying about it. If you like men, that's fine. But these over masculine dudes, man, and one of my partners used to always say stuff about Busta, man. He really didn't think too much of him. You know, I used to like Busta, some of his stuff, but I really wasn't a Busta fan. But man, you know, this stuff's kind of coming out. And you know, when he did the drink thing, like he said in the video, you know, I knew about that. I saw a video on that and I thought that was crazy. Like, why is he so mad at this woman? You know what I'm saying? It's a female, bro. Why you ain't hollering at the female? Like, what you upset with the female? But then if you ever notice, you never really saw him around any chicks. Never. When I think back, never saw him around females. Didn't even try to hide it. Man, you just learn a lot about these dudes that's in the industry and stuff, and then they got people out here doing, like, want to be wild, want to be aggressive and stuff, and these people ain't even like that. And they may be aggressive, you know, starting fights and stuff like that, but that don't make you no man. That don't make you know, man. You can, man. Y'all better watch who you idolizing, cause these people may not be who you think they are. I'm not surprised. Like I say, you know, it's been a known fact in the business, just entertainment, period. You know, people hide their identity just to protect, you know, their family, the people that they're dealing with and stuff. You know, they may be embarrassed about it. I don't know why. Like I said, no one really cared. Maybe back in the 80s, you know, people wasn't as free with it. In 90s, you know, people didn't really agree with it, and it was a lot more, you know, backlash about the things that you're doing. But now, no one really even cares. Like, just say who you are and, you know, mean what you say. You know, but that's crazy. That's crazy, man. Whatever you do in the dark will come to the light. And you've been watching Just My Opinion. Peace.